Now, two of the largest cable TV providers in the U.S. may soon be one. Comcast and Time Warner. They are discussing a $45 billion merger that would shake up the industry. The deal could have also a huge impact on internet streaming and how much consumers have to pay for it. Mark Niu has more.
Senior writer for GigaOM, Janko Rutgers, is a cord cutter. He does not subscribe to a cable television provider, but rather watches TV through internet streaming services like Hulu and Netflix.
People are really starting to kind of figure their programming out by themselves. Particularly people who are younger, who grow up just watching TV on the iPad. Why would they pay a cable company $100 for a device that they don't actually need?
Power is a lot like real estate.
The ability to watch what you want and binge watch entire seasons of shows through the web is clearly showing up in the numbers. Companies with streaming video like Hulu, Apple, Google, and especially Netflix dominates the percentage of peak internet traffic in the U.S. But Netflix claims competitors Comcast and Time Warner control more than a 60% portion of that internet access through their broadband networks. And just like a TV drama, that's a formula for conflict. Netflix recently accused Comcast and other internet service providers of intentionally slowing down connection speeds for Netflix viewers. But in the end, Netflix had little choice but to pay more for a direct broadband connection, a cost that's expected to be passed on to consumers. The director of the Broadband Institute of California, Alan Hammond, says a Comcast-Time Warner merger would put 30% of the cable TV market in a single player's hands.
I think ultimately there'll be less competition. I think that a number of the companies that right now are standalone would look for allies in terms of distribution if they're in programming. If they're in distribution, they're going to be looking for someone in programming. They're going to start to combine, and they're going to have to combine.
Hammond is unsure whether the merger will pass.
But no one else has really said very much about this because they don't want to upset Comcast because they have to do business with Comcast. I think more of the people who oppose it will come out of the woodwork as time goes on.
I'm pretty certain it's going to go through. If you look at the agencies that are supposed to regulate this, the FCC is led by somebody who's coming out of the cable industry. The main organization that represents the cable industry is led by somebody who used to lead the FCC. So it's kind of revolving doors in this space.
The FCC and the Department of Justice must still conduct an antitrust analysis of the issue, so a decision before the end of the year is unlikely. In the meantime, it's likely content providers will be busy scrambling for new partners to help put the power of access in their hands. Mark Niu, CCTV, San Francisco.
All right, time for a real story here. If you have killer instincts for real estate, this is really true, and you're going to see what I'm saying. Dracula's castle itself, the UK's Telegraph says inspiration for Bram Stoker's blood-sucking vampire is on the market. It's for sale. The Bran Castle in Romania has been owned by knights and European royalty, but its most famous resident was Vlad the Impaler. Legend has it that the psychotic warrior and Dracula inspiration was jailed there in the 15th century. Now, fast forward a few hundred years, it's a home to a different kind of bloodthirsty monster, Scarface. Remember Scarface? They called this neoclassic estate his home in the 1983 Al Pacino film. 4 bedrooms, 9 bedrooms, can all be yours for $35 million. But location is key. So head on to Florida and check it out and bring $35 million. For Michelle McCory, I'm Philip Yen. See you tomorrow.